Anybody there? Where's everybody? Huh. Hello folks, we are at the Blue Heron Campground in the Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area in Kentucky. This is over the border from Tennessee, but the recreation area goes into Tennessee. It's more or less in the northeast corner of Tennessee. And this is a very interesting campground. It was quite a roller coaster ride to get here. This is a fairly small campground. It has one bathhouse, one bathroom. So let me take you around and give you a quick tour of this. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in the area we want to do, which is why we came here. And so this may be a long video, so stick with it. I'll put indexing along the bottom here. If you bring your cursor up on here, it'll have little lines with different topics, so you can skip around if you want. There's only 45 sites here, so it's a pretty small campground. It's got 2 little loops, 3 little loops, and then there's campsites on the road in here. So I don't know where it actually starts for the campsites, but way out on the road in, there's a whole, it's like a group camp, like 12 or so little tents from a scout troop or something. But my best guesses would be number 5, number 15, number 19, number 20, 23, 25, 26, 32, 43, and 44. And again, those are just my guesses based on, they're large enough to get an RV in there. Maybe not a 40-footer necessarily, but always look at the description. Every campground in the rec.gov website has a length, so it'll tell you what you can fit in there. So always look at the description and never take something that says 30 foot or less, because it probably means it's just right on the road. But it means they're fairly level, they're fairly private, they're not on top of another person or right next to another person. The door isn't looking right into somebody else's camper. So those are my constraints. So take it with a grain of salt, and if you haven't been here, those are the ones that I would probably pick. Well, we are at the Blue Heron coal mine, which is a national park, center of interest, historic spot. These are some of the train cars that are in the old coal loading area. But, oh, it looks like some of their stuff is kind of damaged and stuff. The Stern Coal Yards of Kentucky. Looks like the cars are in actually pretty good shape. Oops, gotta get across the lake here. So that's kind of what it looked like when it was in full operation. The coal would come over from the mine and fill the coal cars for the train, and they'd take it away, and there it is, the first year of operation. That comes out. These are pretty old, pretty faded. So this is what the Blue Heron coal mining community was all about, or what it was like originally. It's a pretty nice diorama, and the train hauling the coal away, and there's lots of information. There's this mine right below us here. We're gonna walk over and see that. And they got all these buildings represented by structures. And then there's all this information about the trains and the coal and how they separated it and how they processed it and all that. It's pretty neat. More than just coal, logging too. I talked to a young ranger in there, and some really neat old photographs of the mines and the miners. If you've never been in a coal mine, it is pretty interesting. Your ideal worker is only 4 foot tall, but sometimes they find some thick seams of coal. It's an 8 foot thick seam of coal. True rarity. And the great big machines they used to dig the coal. Well, we're walking in here, and something tells me that this is possibly like coal. Oh, this is the bathhouse from where the workers worked. They said the mines were too dangerous to pull pranks while working, and so the bathhouse was a welcome relief. These are some of the exhibit buildings, and I don't know, they're just a place to get out of the rain, I guess. Talk about the life of the miners. Blue Heron Mine. B, C, and D. Let's go past B for right now. So it's tight. Ooh, sun on the windshield. It's tight. I can't give you the best campground campsites. But they're not too close, and some of them are pretty all alone. So some of them are pretty nice. It's like 13 to 23, so there's just 10 down here. Lots of tents, lots of RVs. The ones on the loops are still kind of the best, but these are all pretty good. Well, that was 13 to 23. They look pretty good. Here's 24, looks pretty good. 25, kind of close to 26. 27. Bandy Creek bathroom. It looks the same as ours. Yep. Identical to ours. 2 showers. Small one and a larger one. Not that they're any different. 33 to 40 loop. It's got a bad slope to it. These are all pretty slopey and pretty close. So these are all pretty much the same. They're kind of nice. They're not too bad. They've got separation. A lot of dogs, a lot of kids. It's a busy weekend. Another bathroom. I think they're all pretty much the same. Go to Area C. This is Area C. And CO1, CO2. These have some pretty nice sites. I can't see numbers though. Must be 4 or 5. We're at 7, 9. They look good. They look pretty good. Here's this little caseta on 11, which looks really exposed. Not any privacy there. Side of another caseta. I don't like any of these sites. 18, 17, from 23, so it must be 21 or 2. It's been D. Boy, there are some nice sites and there are a lot of bad sites. But people are camped, people are having fun. It's pretty crowded because of the race. It's across from the bathroom and it's all by itself. That's a really nice site. Well, anyways, you got the idea. I think just the D loop is open all year, and it's got the electric and water hookups. This is the Bandy Creek Visitor Center, and it's kind of a big complex. It's right across from the campground and playground and picnic area and all that's there. Big parking lot, big maintenance facility. The camp store, I guess, is up over there. Got some hiking trails here, some activities. Let's go into the visitor center and see what's actually in the visitor center. So this is the visitor center building, and over here it says education and interpretation, or vice versa. This is the map. These are, we just went through these 3 of the campground. Now we're over here. Got a horseback riding trailhead, hiking trailheads, group camping, horse stables. It's a big operation here. They have free Wi-Fi, no cell service.
When you say side, you mean Tennessee and Kentucky?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, so I can get to
Seems to be a movie. A typical gift shop type stuff. This is a really good book if you want mushrooms, the Audubon mushroom book. And this is also real good. We are driving some of the back roads to get to the Twin Arches. Well, the parking lot's a little crowded, so we started the camera on the trail, and there are 2 or 3 other German Shepherds here, so it's he's in a hurry to go find them. This trail loops around. I'm assuming it's going to go all the way down into the gorge, so it's a lot of down and a lot of back up, but it's some real pretty area with all these, I think these are azaleas. I may have spoke too early. The trail has a lot of steps and a lot of ups. There are stairs, steep stairs, and a lot of these stairs, which can often be 14 inches high. It's a beautiful view, but to get down to the arches, you gotta take stairs. One way or another, I guess. Whew. I don't know if my leash is long enough. There are definitely cliffs to be careful of. If he doesn't behave, this is a good place to get rid of him. But I love it when they have these little boardwalks. Wait. Stay. Okay. Wait. Hey. I said wait. Killer. So, this is one of the arches. It's in the woods. It's huge. I think we just walked across it. Maybe not. We must have. So is it an arch or is it a bridge? Hey, heel. Ooh. It's big. Well, we're going to walk alongside the arch, which has all these beautiful cracks and crevices and erosion spots. This is the trail for the runners, so we got to kind of stay out of their way. But you see, it's all sand, because it's all sandstone for the most part. And this is the other arch. This is the secondary arch. And you can see the kids are playing in the cave. It's pretty cool. It's just pretty. You can't you can't get it from the video. I'm sorry. It's pretty cool. This arch is just one big blob of sandstone that's just kind of sticking up out of the ground, and somehow it eroded underneath. So now there's that arch that goes across. Pretty neat. There's a lot of hills and rocks around, but they're not really eroded away. All right. There are a lot of horse campgrounds and horse tack and shoeing places around this recreation area. They have a lot of trails inside the National Forest. The Big North Fork is, or Big South Fork is National Park lands, but then it's surrounded by, I think, the Daniel Boone National Forest. So there are a lot of trails and a lot of horse support. And so if you're into horses, you can look at some of the places around here that rent horses and give trail rides, and they go on overnight rides, pack rides, and all sorts of fun stuff. So it looks like a lot of fun. Well, folks, it is time to leave and endure the speed bumps of the driveway here. They have some awful speed bumps in the National Park Service campgrounds. But anyways, we're at the dump station. We didn't have to dump our tanks because they're less than a quarter full. So we're just going to go to the next campground and let them slosh around in there and clean the tanks a bit. And we had a good time. This is an amazing park. The Big South Fork recreation area is just awesome. It's if you get a chance to come to here, it's part of the Daniel Boone National Forest. So there's even more to it than what we saw. We're going to try to stop at a Waterfalls on the way out, and we'll give you that at the end of the video beyond this. And there's just so much more to see that we should have stayed here a whole week. And of course the colors are just phenomenal. We're on a plateau, I'm told. We're up in the air quite a bit, so it's real cold at night. It's 40 degrees. But it's really nice in the day. It's in 60s and 70s, so it's awesome for hiking and getting around. So Thanks for watching. Hang out for the waterfall hike, and we'll see you in the next campground. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye. Well, we made it to the Yahoo Falls picnic area. It's got facilities, got lots of nice picnic areas, but you park and then you have to climb down a cliff to get to the picnic area. Always in for a challenge and a little exercise. We took the Yahoo Steps trail, which has a gazillion steps. We're halfway down them already too, and it's like Akila's long gone. Boy, I'll tell you, the sandstone rocks and cliffs and overhangs are pretty impressive. This is just a beautiful forest. But it's all sandstone, and you can see because there's so much sand all around it. So cool. Because we're here so early in the morning. Nobody's here. We're on a trail that's on the side of this cliff. It's a steep trail down to the water. I think they call these walking ferns because the ends are so long. They walk over the rocks in the moss. They're a pretty cool fern. I haven't seen those in a long time. A plant will find a place to live no matter what. And this is Yahoo Falls, I guess. Just one humongous overhang with a little tiny bit of water coming off it. And the ranger told me that, you know, there's not a lot of water on some days, it's just dry, but look at this. Is a huge overhang. You find the dog in the picture? What a neat little valley. He's running around on the rocks. There are some modern petroglyphs on the rocks from the Slavs that want to carve their name in. Looks like something out of a Star Trek movie, and I wonder when all these rocks fell. Different layers, different things. We're walking on asphalt. They must have worked pretty hard to get asphalt down in here. Wow. Look at that. The path is really a nice, gentle walk. You know, we did that trail at, where were we? At the Bandy Creek. Oh, at the arches, the Twin Arches at Big South Fork. That trail was, the steps were 14, 18 feet high. You really had to bend a knee to get up there. This is a nice, gentle path. We're gonna start huffing. We're going back up to where we came from, so we'll get you in a minute. Well, folks, that was a nice little detour hike. The loop around that waterfalls, and we're not even breathing hard getting back up, so definitely take the stairs down because I don't know how that those stairs coming back up would be, but they're better than the other ones, that's for sure. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody. Come to this Big North Fork, Big South Fork recreation area. And we'll see you on the next camping trip, okay? Thanks, folks. Bye-bye. There's just one place where you can see the falls from above, but it's not protected, and I don't think it's approved, so take a look. Don't do this.